Hey guys, are you looking for an option, an alternative to StreamYard? Well, I think I might have an option for you. So, a little thing called Evmux. What do you say we check it out? Hey guys, welcome back again. Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel. There's your home for tech, toys, and talk. And guys, we have a little bit of tech to talk about today. Now, as you saw in a little beginning, a little snippet, alternatives to StreamYard. StreamYard is not the only business in town, guys. There are some options out there. There's Restream, and there's Evmux, which we're going to get into. Now, I will say this from my own experience, Evmux tends to be a little bit more advanced, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are at Evmux. Now, obviously, you can just go to evmux.com. You can sign in either with your Google accounts or with any credentials that you want to choose and create. And here we are. Now, Evmux, to me, it's a slightly more advanced platform. As you can see, we do have some manageability. I like the darker themes myself. Now, the reason why I said that this comes off a little bit more advanced is this, guys. Okay? Now, we're going to get into it just in a few seconds here. Now, Evmux has a lot of the things that Restream does. It has the ability to record. It has the ability to multi-stream. And, of course, there are paid versions. Right now, we're going to be using the free version so I can show you guys just what you get with the basics here. Now, Evmux is definitely for, I would say, your average user can use this. But it takes a little bit of preparation. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So let's say we're going to create a new stream. We're going to create a new broadcast session. So I'm going to click right here. Now, of course, we have our basics. We can put a title. We'll put test. If I can type correctly today. Test stream. And we can choose a date and time as to when we want to launch it. And we can set an automatic time for when it's going to begin to when it's going to end. And we can also we can tag certain people in here that we might have featured in. Okay? It's a thing we could do, guys, if we want to. We can go ahead and, you know what, for the purposes of this, we're just going to crank that up to, let's say, 9:30. Just to be safe, we're going to hit save. So now it's created one. Now we can go back to the dashboard, and we should see test right here. Now, we can choose our destinations. Where do we want our destinations to be? All that good stuff. We can set that if we want. We can go open in studio. So we're going to do open in studio. You guys are going to see more of what I mean. Now, obviously, right now it's not going to show my camera because my camera is being utilized by Streamlabs because we're recording this with Streamlabs OBS. Now, it gives you an option. Use your camera and microphone. I'm going to hit yes. Okay, now there are different styles here. For like this is for our lower thirds. As you can see, we got a little ticker going on right there. Let's say we want something like this. It just kind of comes up from the bottom, nice little dark tone. You got some options here. We want to project the logo in the banner, we can. It's powered by Evmux. It is a thing. Now, there's different scenes. Now, if you want to have your intro, you want to have an outro, you want to have I'll be right back, you want to have anything like that, you're going to have to create it in Pro Scenes here. Okay, now they do have some basics here. We got defaults. You want to have something for the speakers. Different layouts depending on how many speakers you're going to have in your platforms. During your vlog, during your live stream, during whatever you want to do, you have different layouts and formats right here, guys. And you'll have to set up how many you want. See, we can do a maximum of 12. You want breaks. You can set up like here. We can have this or we can have an empty scene. We can put it in later on. You have your countdowns. Okay? Let's say we're going to create a countdown, right? So this is going to be a countdown. This is pretty cool and pretty slick for a basic one, right? Now, other scenes. Let's say we're going to have a talking points. So we're just going to put popular. We'll just put like speakers, right? So we'll put that, we're going to create that there. We can customize these later. We want an empty scene. Let's just say we're empty scene. And let's say we want to create another scene, maybe for a break. So we'll just put that right there, just for the hell of it. Coming back in 10 minutes, you can do whatever you want. You want countdown. There you go. You can have a countdown. There's a lot of different things you can do in here. We can play around with this. See, if you want to move that around, you have to go to the upgraded plans. There's banners. Again, very much like Restream, there's a lot of different tickers and stuff that you can customize in here. Music. We can have a little sound effects if we want. We can have this playing in the background. It's just some chill music playing in the background. You can do whatever you want there, really, okay? Again, you want to... A lot of this, I know, a lot of this doesn't seem all that crazy, all that different, right? It doesn't. You want to do full screen mode, you can have full screen mode. It just takes your taskbar down at the bottom out. There you go. You want to do light mode, you got light mode. Again, your settings, you're going to be used to a lot of these settings because this is what we see in StreamYard. This is what we see in Restream. It seems pretty straightforward, right? For the most part. You want to do high definition, which is recommended? Obviously, always. Always. We got our microphone, got our speakers, we got our hotkeys, virtual background. Got it. If you want to do a virtual background, we can do a virtual background. You just won't see it right now because my camera's in use, so it's not going to be applicable right now. Okay? Banners. There's banners. You can create different banners, just like the lower thirds I've talked about in my previous video about Restream. And by the way, I'm going to have a link for that video in the video description below. So guys, please check it out. Check out all your options here. Now, I did a similar stream in the past. Let me go back here. I'm going to cancel. We're going to hit yes. We want to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to pull up one of my past streams here, okay? This was for when I launched the Quantum Leap cast this past fall. We tried a couple streams with Evmux, but I did have some issues during that time. It wasn't working out perfectly for me. But we're just going to hit save, and we're going to open in the studio. Now, this should still have everything that I had here, okay? Now, normally you would have had my camera here, but again, my camera's in use. So, we had a little intro that I had created. This is an intro I created thanks to Filmora Wondershare. So, I created this very cool intro right here, a little Quantum Leap thing, and I had music to it. It was a fun little intro that we had. Okay? And then we would do cameras, we would do our talking points with Wolfpack Tour Review, and also Super Awesome Geek Show. And we had that going on. It went into the countdown and did this little theme. It's going to go through its full play. And then we go into, like, if I wanted to take a break, I did also set up a be right back. And also you have to set up the outro. Now, the problem is, it doesn't save this for the next stream and the next stream and the next stream. You have to set this up from scratch for every single stream. That's one of the drawbacks to this. Now, if you notice up here, I was streaming to YouTube and also to Twitch, but right now, because I'm no longer doing the paid version, it's not connected to my Twitch account anymore, okay? When you get the paid version, you can stream to multiple platforms, very similar to Restream. But the problem is, with a lot of this stuff, you kind of have to add it. You have to add stuff in here, okay? Now, I do have some stuff that's still preloaded in here, but there was also a limit as to how large of a thing I could do. So I'm going to click yes for this. This is supposed to play. We'll put add from... Let's see, it's not doing that now. So it is a little bit complicated. Now, Evmux is, I will say this, it is going to be not geared towards your beginners. This is going to be geared towards your users who have been around for a while, been around the block a bunch of times, and maybe they want to do more of a larger presentation where they're going to have special slides, special videos for every stream, like it's an actual production. That's really how Evmux comes off. And there's a lot of, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I do like Evmux. I really do. But it has its limitations. You know, unless you're going to you have to spend time prepping the show. It's not something that you can just launch in 5 minutes and you're good to go. You have to upload certain videos You have to wait for them to upload. You got to make sure everything is kind of scheduled a certain way. And yes, you can customize your name tags down here. Again, some of the customizing you really have to upgrade in order to do so. But that's the way with a lot of these platforms. Now, as you can see, my Twitch account we lost connection. It wants to reconnect. I'm going to click authorize. It's probably going to tell me that it won't be able to do it. Okay, now it's going through public. Okay, good. So we have 2 active broadcasts. We can add a destination. Now look at this. We can do Facebook Live. We can do LinkedIn. We can go to YouTube, Twitch. We can even stream to Steam. RTMP is when you're going to stream directly to a website. I'm not familiar with Dogcast. I've heard of Telegram, Venmo, obviously, and also Amazon Live. Now, Amazon Live, I think you have to have an account. You have to be like a promotional person with Amazon. You have to be like an affiliate status, and you're actually promoting with Amazon Live. I don't have an Amazon Live account. Plus, you have to upgrade in order to do that. So, see? But they have a lot of destinations, which are very cool, guys. Okay? It's very cool to be able to do that. But, like I said, you kind of have to have everything pre-assembled. Now, as far as now here's their link. Their link's a little bit different than with StreamYard. And I did have 1 or 2 people who had trouble getting into this. Because I guess there was a login thing you had to do in order to get in there first. Now, yes, we can change the color of the branding. We can always change the color of branding if we want. Okay? That's always something you can do. Now, their chat, you can have a chat. Now, you can have a group chat. You can have a private chat. Now, you can also chat with people in, let's say I'm already live with a couple guests, right? Let's say I'm live with 3 guests, but then I have 2 more guests in backstage. I could chat with them privately, or I could chat with one of my guests privately, even though we have another stream going on. I could just chat. I could type away to them. I can communicate with them, or even talk with them. I can mute myself to the stream, but then I'm talking to them singly. So there are a lot of great options here. However, it definitely is not for the person who's just starting out. This is going to be for a seasoned professional. In those people, either a seasoned professional or someone who is comfortable with and has a lot of prep time. Now, I'm not saying hours. What I'm saying is, realistically, you probably want to have about 45 minutes to a half hour at least so you can upload your videos. Any kind of slideshows you might have that you might want to do during your show, during your live stream, that's pretty much what you're going to want to do. There's a lot of great artists, a lot of great content creators who use Evmux, but their show is more of a production level. You know, it's going to have multiple guests, and each of those guests are going to have their own presentations, maybe their own video presentations and slideshows they're going to have. This is kind of that, if you're going to compare this to StreamYard, this is like comparing StreamYard as, let's say, Fisher Price. And Evmux is like, it's like Hot Toys or something on Sideshow Collectibles, those are kind of the big subtle differences. There's a lot you can do with the paid versions on Evmux. You can make any channel look epic. You can make it look like something that is professionally done on a TV show level or a primetime network level. That's kind of the effect that you can do with Evmux. But obviously, with that level, you have to put that much work into it. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys how this looks going live. What do I mean? Well, we're going to go live right now. Okay? I'm going to cancel. We're going to leave the studio. Yes. We're going to open the test. Okay? We're going to open the test right now. And it does give you the option for recordings again. This will demonstrate the banner I want. Okay, first, before we start launching, we want to create a banner. I'm going to create a default banner right here. We're going to click banner is not David Banner. Test stream via Evmux. And I'm just going to put it at the bottom there. This is a test used for a later video. So anyone who's going to see this live stream, they're going to see my banner right there, and they're going to be good. They're going to understand what we're doing, that we're not doing anything crazy. And you can put a bunch of other banners here. It's up to you guys. So if I want to do this, there we go. Test stream via Evmux. This is a test used for a later videos right there, guys. So if I want to do a different ticker, I can do that. There's a lot we can do right here, guys. Okay. Now we have our little countdown. We have a little empty scene right here. You know, if I wanted to put extra, we can do layers, we can do text, media files. Okay, these are some of my saved media files here. So we're going to throw that right there. So for another one, we're going to put, we're going to add another layer. Say I want a media file. Okay, we're going to pull one up from the computer. We're going to upload a new one. So let's say I want to upload, let's go on my Leap Drive. If you don't know what a Leap Drive is, well, if you know, you know. Okay, we'll put that one in. Now it's going to take a little while for that to load. You can see the progression bar right there loading. So it's a thing we can do, guys. It is a thing we can do.
In 1989, Dr. Sam Becker
Now here, it's playing that intro that I created. So you can actually, one big thing compared to StreamYard and a few others, you can actually hear your music in the background here. So we can actually hear what's being played, which is kind of cool. Because usually when you're doing StreamYard and a few others, it will actually mute you. It mutes the music so you can't see what's actually happening. There you go, Wolfpack Toy Reviews, of course. Part of the intro. And, of course, we got Super Awesome Geek Show popping up next. There we go. Now, as I said, this intro is something I created through Filmora. You definitely want to check out Filmora, Wondershare. There's a lot you can do with it. It is a paid service, but there's a lot you can do for branding your own channel. All of this I created through Filmora Wondershare, which is awesome. And it can keep auto playing if we want, if we let it to, but we're not gonna. So we got our countdown. This we're gonna have as soon as the content is done loading up. Again, we have a group chat here. We want to do a dynamic scene where we're talking. We can do that as well. So again, this is just a quick test, guys. You can invite people on. I mean, it's very basic, right? See, we're still uploading this. It's going to let us know. And the max video height is 1080. You know, your 1080 by 1920. You got all the basics right there, guys. So again, you kind of have to wait for it to load, which we're waiting. We are waiting. You want to do stinger transition? That's another thing that we have on here. We have transitions. So let's say I want to do save, okay? So I go from here to here. The transition didn't go through yet. So there's little things we have to play around with on here. There's, like I said, there's a lot of prep time. Okay, we're going to make that. Go ahead. So let's say I want to do a stinger here. Stinger transition. There you go. So what do you say you guys got? We're going to test this out so you guys can actually see what it looks like. Honestly, I mean, it's not bad. But like I said, there's a lot of prep time you kind of have to do with this. We're still waiting for this to finish loading here. And that's only 364 megabytes. That's it. Not very large, to be perfectly honest. And they do have limitations on size and files you can put in here, which is kind of the downside to it. Now, they do have more arts here, more items you can pick from. Let's say we want something like this. There are countdowns you can play with. So we're going to, now it gives you an option for record or going live. So we're going to choose YouTube. Drop files here to start uploading. Allowed to upload. It just shows you what you can kind of upload here. Okay. It wants access to my YouTube channel before it will broadcast. There we go. So we have that right there. Test stream. And we're just going to go hit save. We're ready to go live if we want to. Okay, so we're going to do a test stream right now. And here we go. Ready to launch. We're going to go to, we want to hit that timer first. I don't want to record this. We just want to do start now. Initializing. 3, 2, 1. If you notice, it takes a while for the initializing to go through. That's another thing. When I was doing my Leap streams, it took a while for it to go live. And here we are. We are live. Now, as you can see, as this kind of works almost like OBS does, where you can have a broadcast stream or broadcast view. So you can actually choose, okay, now we have the countdown going on. I can choose my Quantum Leap as the next thing to transition to. Or if we want to do our dynamic scene with me, all I have to do is click transition and it will transition me over. Like I said, it gives you that kind of studio feel so you can see what's going on. It's doing the countdown. So that is one thing I do like about Evmux, that it gives you this kind of professional vibe, so you know where you're going to before you go to it. Okay? Because let's say, what if this wasn't where I wanted to go? What if I wanted to go here? Or what if I wanted this? Well, I can click on that and then hit transition. So I do have those options. Okay? So there are options here. So we're going to go to dynamic, and we're going to hit transition, and here we are. We're live. We're doing a test stream right now. We're testing this out just to see how it looks, how it feels. Tell me if you guys can hear me, if you can see me. Well, you can see my logo. You just can't see me. How does this look? Now, another thing is comments. We can see some comments here. We can already see comments from some of the people hanging out in the chat. This is DAVESDIMENSION. We're doing a live stream test of Evmux to be recorded for a later tutorial video and review of it. I want to thank you guys for popping in. We got LeBron Fett. We got G-Force, the king of the gauntlet runs himself. G-Force Racing 20. If you guys aren't following G-Force Racing, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your lives. We, of course, I've got G-Force saying hello to LeBron. We got the Nathan Bowden Show. The man, the myth, the wrestling guru himself. The Nathan Bowden Show. Please check out the Nathan Bowden Show. He's got an amazing channel. And he does an amazing wrestling stream every week called Country Fried Wrestling with him, Darth Taz, and AM Dubs. So you want to check them out every week, guys. And of course, we got everyone saying hello to everyone. We got LeBron saying hello to G-Force. And we got Gap After Dark. Again, guys, we're just doing a quick test stream. I want to test this out. It's going to be recorded for a video. I want to show everyone what options are out there for StreamYard. Now, this is Evmux. This tends to be kind of a next level. It is a little bit more complicated for launching a stream. It's not something you're going to be able to do in 5 minutes. Let me know if you guys can hear me. How does this sound? What are we testing? Well, we're testing Evmux. Need some sound. You guys cannot hear me. Okay. Can you guys hear me at all? Let me know if you guys are getting any sound whatsoever. Good looking, okay. Everyone's saying hello to everyone else. G-Force, everyone's Reagan. We got Reagan Gamer in the house. Need audio and visuals. Well, right now my camera is actually being utilized by another program because we're recording this. I just wanted to show everyone what this looks like in practice. Now, obviously, from my perspective, I'm seeing two transitions. I'm seeing a screen that we transition from to our dynamic screen, and I can see a side chat right here. Now, as far as aesthetics, honestly, I kind of like Restream a little bit better. And it's saying that they can't see anything. Now, from our perspective, it shows that this is live. You guys should be seeing everything right now. Let me know if you're seeing anything at all, guys. LeBron says you can't see anything. Nothing at all. Okay, so you guys can see right now we tried to do a launch. It says we're live 4 minutes and 12 seconds into it, but apparently nobody is seeing this. Now, I can see the stream. I can see the comments here. We can see everything appearing here. But LeBron says you can't see anything. Everyone hit the like button. I appreciate that, Reagan Gamer, if you can hear me. So apparently the audio, let me check this out. I'm checking our settings here. Okay, everything looks like it should be working here. Video, OBS camera, because it's right now it's in use, so you guys can't see me. Can you guys hear anything? Can you see anything at all? Let me know. Nope. Nope. Everyone's saying nope. So we're going to go ahead and cancel this stream right now. And we'll be back. So there we go. Now, usually when you do... Okay, now we ended it right there, guys. Now, as you can see, normally you can see my microphone status right here. So we can see there is sound down here. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there was, we're going to remove from the dynamic. So as you guys saw, normally when you do StreamYard, you can go right into it. Even if we do Restream, we can go directly into this. So this is a bit of a failure here, to be perfectly honest, guys. You saw that, right? Now, just for giggles, just for laughs, guess what we're going to do? We're going to hop over to Restream. Restream.io. And we're going to hop over to that. We're going to start with Studio. We're going to allow access. Obviously, my camera's not working, but there's sound. You guys can see there's sound right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Enter without camera. We're going to go ahead and do that. There is a second camera that I could technically use. So I'm going to pause you guys for just a second. Okay, guys, so we're going to try and do another test again. We'll see if this works this time around. This time around, we're going to see if we can get another camera going on. And it's not letting me do anything. This is a bit perplexing because, well, we should be able to use another camera. We really should be able to, but it's not letting us. When I first tried this, when I tried this back in the fall, I did have a lot of camera issues trying to get my cameras to sync up. Now, I'm not using anything fancy. I got my Elgato face camera, and then I have my Razer Kiyo Pro. We're not doing anything fancy here, guys. And I have both cameras running right now, just to show you guys. I really do have both cameras running. I'm going to show you guys this right now. Let's see if we can pull this back up. Display capture is right here. So you guys can see I do have a working camera right now. But for whatever reason, Evmux is not syncing up with it. Now, I doubt that it has anything to do with me using OBS, because OBS uses a completely different camera, guys. This is my Elgato face camera. And then we're going to go back to the... This is my Kiyo Pro. Elgato, Kiyo Pro. Elgato, Kiyo Pro, right here. They're side by side. They're next to each other. Just to show you guys right there. There's my Kiyo Pro. And here's my Elgato web camera right there. So yeah, Evmux. Now most of the people who are doing these streams through Evmux, they're obviously doing DSLR cameras. But for some reason, they're having a little trouble seeing my simple Kiyo Pro, my Razer Kiyo Pro. Why that is, that makes no sense. Now, it only says OBS virtual camera. I have these two cameras hooked up right now. That makes no sense. I'm even going to stop the recording. Okay, so we finally got Evmux to recognize one of my cameras. We have it using the Elgato Keo Pro, or the Keo Pro, the Razer Keo Pro. So we have that going on, and it is recording. We'll see if the sound carries on. Now, my sound is being utilized by OBS Streamlabs, but will it work with Evmux at the very same time? It's almost as if you can only use one or the other. Kind of seems a little silly, but let's see what happens, guys. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go live. Select. Hit allow. It should recognize my YouTube channel. There it goes. Doing a test. Test 2. Let's do this. Hit save. Description field. Test 2. Okay, so we're going to go live right now. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see how long it takes for this to go through. Initializing 1 Mississippi, 1, 2 Mississippi. Waiting for it to initialize. Hello. This is kind of a letdown right here. So, we're back in action. We are back in action right now. So, I am launched the live stream again using Evmux. We'll see how well this works. I will say this. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see if anyone pops into the chat this time around. We'll see what happens. Now, honestly, I mean, you can play around with this. You can make it a little bit larger. If you have guests who join you, there's a lot of different things you guys can do here. You get your basic layouts, the obligatory layouts, as you guys can see right here. Again, you can set up different scenes, like welcome to the show. We can then set up a lot of different things right here. We'll go ahead and do that. So again, I could click transition. It's going to transition me over. Then I want to go to my dynamic scene. That brings my dynamic scene back up over here. And we can transition over. We got Nathan Bowden. Come back again. Here we are. Can you guys see and hear me this time around? We're testing out Evmux as an alternative to StreamYard. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. We got the Nathan Bowden Show once again saying, what's up? We got Captain Spaulding saying, hey, Dave, you're the man? Well, I'm a man. I don't know if I'm the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Ain't that right, Nathan Bowden? So let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm testing out my sound. I'm just using my regular snowball. Using my regular snowball mic. Yes, I can hear and see. Okay, so if you guys have been following the channel, we're doing a little series of videos as alternatives to StreamYard. Now, this is Evmux. It is a little bit more of an intermediate. It allows you to transition from different scenes and videos, but you have to prep those ahead of time. Now, most of us in the toy community who like to go live, we like to kind of throw our streams together maybe in a matter of 5 minutes. Now, honestly, this is not the type of platform that you can easily throw something together in 5 minutes. For something like that, I'm still saying, Paul B, you might want to stick with StreamYard, or you might want to go over to Restream, which I have a video. If you want to check out that video, go out to Dave's Dimension, youtube.com/c/Dave's Dimension, and check out that video, guys. So check that out. We're trying to find some inexpensive, yet reasonable, yet user-friendly alternatives to StreamYard, because StreamYard is not perfect. No platform is perfect, but I want to find something that gives us options, that gives us a little bit more of a cleaner and cooler look for our streams. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do with this right now. This is actually being recorded right now through OBS. We're recording everything you see right here is being recorded right there to kind of give people some options. Personally, I see a lot of the big time YouTube channels who are purporting themselves saying, hey, do this or do this or do this and do that. You know what? It doesn't cover all of us YouTubers. So that's what I'm trying to do, guys. How does this look? Would you guys like the little scrolling marquee, or do you like something that's a little bit larger, easier to read? We got Duffman's diorama. This is just a test stream, guys. We're testing out a platform known as Evmux. I've used this a few times It's not the greatest if you're in a rush, if you're just trying to throw something together within 5 minutes. It's not the greatest. Now, if you're planning to do something and you're going to upload videos and slides, and you're going to have, if you want like a mega talk show type format, and you're going to have maybe a couple of people help you set this up, that's kind of the best way to go with Evmux. It is something that if you're a professional, I think this is something that's very easy for you guys. But for those of us who are novices, those of us who might be just beginning, or those of us who do this in our spare time, this might not be the greatest platform for you, to be perfectly honest. Now, Evmux, for what it is, it has amazing capabilities, a lot of promise, but when it comes to the aesthetic, like right here, this looks actually pretty small on the screen right now, if you ask me. Now, I am going to be doing some test streams this weekend with Restream, because I think I might want to use that just a little bit more to see what we can unlock with it at the free level. Now, another thing is there is a low resolution preview. Now, I'm actually going to pull this up on YouTube just to see how the video quality is, because I'm curious as to the compression. Those that don't know, the compression of what your video looks like from your screen to what is actually being broadcasted. So we're going to see what that looks like right now. I'm actually going to bring that right over so OBS can, for Streamlabs, OBS can pull it up. It's actually coming out pretty clear, pretty crisp. Okay, that's not bad for a live stream. I think that's pretty decent video. Could be better, but it's coming out pretty decent. But yeah, I am, like, again, this is to show some alternatives. Captain Spaulding, it's asking me if I need I need 1,000 subs. Why? To go live, you only need, I believe it's just 50. You only need about 50 subs to go live. So if YouTube is telling you otherwise, I'm going to double check that after this recording for you, Captain Spaulding. And listen, I'm going to help you with whatever you need to go live. We're going to help you with this, okay? So now I know through the mobile app, through YouTube's mobile app, it might be asking for maybe 100 or even 500 for you to go live through their mobile app. But there are other ways you can go live. You don't have to rely on that alone. But yeah, this is just a quick test, guys. I'm actually going to end this stream, and we're going to pick up a different stream using Restream in about 5 minutes, guys, okay? So, guys, thank you for popping into the chat, and I will see you in a few. And there you go. We can end the broadcast right away right there. As you guys saw, the video quality is pretty decent on here. It's pretty decent, but, again, one thing I like about some of the other platforms is we can get an overlay, a chat overlay on here on the screen. We don't get that with Evmux, as you saw. And you saw we have to kind of prep these. We have to prep these right here. You know, if we want a video, we kind of have to have this prepped ahead of time. And that can be kind of a pain at times, guys. It's great that we can see the side comments right here. We have our main view, and of course we can transition, we can screen share, we can share videos, we can do all that stuff, we can go full screen mode. But still, it is lacking in some departments. No platform is ever 100% perfect, but that's what this is about, guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, for the novice, for the beginner, or even for the casual user, I'm going to say this is a pass. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say this is probably about a 6 or a 7. As far as practicality, if this is your first time going live, I'm going to say this is a 3. This is a 3, okay? This is definitely for more of the intermediate, and I'm saying that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to disagree with me when I say that, guys. I'm sure. Saying that is quite simply this. Like I said, one thing is the prep. You have to do a lot of prepping for this. Okay, you got to make sure, okay, I have this video, this video, this video. Give yourself plenty of time to upload those to Evmux. That's the first thing, okay? Give yourself plenty of time to upload to Evmux. Give yourself plenty of time to upload to Evmux. Make sure if you have any slideshows, you have those slides set up and set just right. If you have an outgoing video, an ingoing video. You want to make sure those are all uploaded and the scenes are set up just right in Evmux. Like I said, there's prep work. On average, I'd probably say about an hour or 45 minutes, half hour if you're really fast. I think that's an honest estimate right there. Like I said, it does have a production level, not just because you have to do all that prep time, but because you have to have this set up. You have to have this set up. It is more of a production. And honestly, when you put all that together and you put on your show and then afterwards, it's going to have a cleaner presentation, cleaner look. And it all comes down to, just like with anything in life, it comes down to practice. First time you tie your shoes, you're going to mess up. Now, after the 20th time of tying your shoes, you're doing a lot better. Just like with live streams or YouTube videos, we are fumbling through our words, guys. Honestly, if I showed you guys my very first video compared to my videos now, it's like night and day. It's a quantum leap, no pun intended. But that's the thing, guys. I mean, you have to start out with what you're comfortable with, okay? A lot of us, when we start out doing YouTube, guess what? We're using a cell phone. Maybe it's an old cell phone. Maybe the video quality looks all shaky. Like everything, it doesn't look all stable and nice and steady. But guess what, guys? Over time, you learn things from other YouTube videos and other YouTubers and other people in the community. You get more comfortable with it, right? That's what it's about, guys. Jumping on Evmux, I think you should spend a lot of time mastering StreamYard or mastering Restream before you consider Evmux. Or consider Evmux, one, if you're monetized, if you're getting money in so you can unlock those extras that they have in there, and maybe if you have one or two people helping you. You can have other people in the background running it, producing it for you. You can have a person running the transitions because maybe you're talking to someone, you're doing a live stream with someone else, so you can focus on your guests and you can focus on, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that. So you have someone else working in the background. They can cue on the next slide or the next video or the next transition. They can go through it. It's more of a production level, okay? Honestly, that's honestly the best way to go, in my opinion. When it comes to options for StreamYard, you're either going to stick with StreamYard because it's pretty straightforward, tried and true, or go into Restream. Okay? Like I said, Evmux has a lot of potential, but guess what, guys? I'm going to grade it down. I'm going to say for the basic casual user, it's a no. It's going to be a no. And once you get everything down pat, once you get everything worked down and dialed in, yes, it's going to be an option for you. It is. I'd say after being monetized and after you have everything dialed in for your productions and what you want to do and you have everything planned out, then it's great. It's a home run. But for right now, if you're looking for an option for StreamYard, I either say stick with StreamYard if you're comfortable with it, and StreamYard's trying to improve themselves, let's be perfectly honest, or going to Restream. That's where I am, guys. So, guys, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or criticisms about something that I said during this video, or if you think I overlooked certain aspects of Evmux, let me know in the comment section below. You can always hit me up in my socials right there at the bottom. You can hit me up on Instagram at Daves_Dimension. And as always, guys, if you want to email me directly, davesdimension78@gmail.com. So until next time, guys, you know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. Keep on busting. And I'm always going to catch you on the flip side. Take care.